Google created VEO3. You're familiar with that. And then YouTube owns Google, but YouTube is demonetizing the use of AI videos. Like, I didn't understand why they're under you, but you would basically cut your own toes off. Like, I don't know.
Well, from my understanding, I thought they were demonetizing like videos that were purposefully like trying to like trick people.
Also, unauthorized deepfakes.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know if they're demonetizing like the Yeti videos, because it's like, you don't, because like, and I think they're probably like, I don't know. I haven't looked much into, I'll be honest, I haven't looked much into it, but from what I understood, I thought they were kind of wanting to kind of demonetize like the fake deep fakes, because it's like, I don't see how the Yeti vlog videos are bad, but I can see how making like a video of just people talking about fake stuff that doesn't exist, I can see how that could be harmful and people making money off that. But I think it should also be more of a, maybe like an enhancer in your video, versus maybe trying to rely 100% on the Google videos right now. And that also might be the thing. So
instead of a whole
I
movie
get it.
being CGI, just hit the CGI on some parts.
And like, I understand that. It's just that, imagine me making a product and then, like, Marcus is under me and he makes a product. And I'm like,
yeah,
but that product that Marcus make, if you use too much of that, like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You can make stuff that make them talk about stuff that don't exist. But if you make it entertaining, I mean, ain't that what everything's about? Just, hey, even if it is completely fake, if it's crap, no one's gonna watch it anyway. But if it's
yeah,
entertaining, so I don't know. I just found that I still it don't sit in my head. Like, I'm just like, why would you demonetize anything to do with that when, like, you're one of the ones pushing it? Even if YouTube isn't exactly doing it, it's Google, but you own them. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
It's big business at the end of the day. So I know they want AI. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
but I think it comes behind the ethics of it. I think it's like you said, it's an ethics argument, bigger, more so than anything else, and maybe the pushback they receive from there. Um, we know you like Bitcoin and Ethereum. You were cheeky on Doge, and you're skeptical about other meme coin. But what's your AI? What's your go-to AI or AI programs?
all right. So for AI, I've been big on Claude. So Anthropic, they are the parent company, but their model is called Claude. They have Opus and Sonnet. I think they are the best for. I think they're the best for programming. I also use a little bit of Grok. I like I like he's pretty funny. I like Grok for voice chatting and just general use. I like general use with Grok. But if it comes to like making a project or an application, I will use Claude, just because one, it's a little bit cheaper. I feel like Sonnet does better in general when it comes to implementing changes. Um, I don't really like. I haven't used GPT since maybe like early 2024, late 2023, just because I felt like they were kind of just taking our money for real, just because they came out with like a big commercial talking about all these advancements that they were coming out with, and then like they didn't really deliver on those advancements whenever I thought like they probably should have, because they were like, oh, this is what you can do. You can like voice chat, it can see your screen, it can do all this stuff, but then it took longer than their advance. It maybe like came around maybe like this year. So it's like that took too long for me. And I didn't really like their like reasoning models. I didn't really think they worked well when it came to programming, just because like I started using an app called or a tool called Cursor. It's one of the main like programming agent tools, and they themselves use Sonnet to build their own tools. You know what I'm saying? Like you can use you can use GPT and all that. You can use those models in that same tool. It's just that, like, whenever I would
Mhm.
find myself using them, I
Yeah,
wouldn't get the
yeah,
best results. It would like miss stuff, or it would like use too many tokens and use your money up. And then I stuck using Claude. But the reason why I also
yeah.
like using Claude and Anthropic is because when it comes to their pricing model, I use Claude Code. So I could either use like the API, which is like, I won't go into too much, but it pretty much you either have like the API version, which is
Okay,
usage based, and then you have the flat subscription plan that they allow you to use. And I do their flat subscription plan, and it's like you get like a 20x
okay,
times usage than maybe like their base, like their $20 plan. And I can use that like all day to make intense program. I can make programs with it. That's how, like, you know what I'm saying, like I did the initial prompt, plug it into Claude Code, and then boom, I got a project. But it also has like a command line tool, and that's how I build out the projects. But the one subscription allows me to use their web and desktop app, which comes with all of the integrations, as well as the more advanced
hmm
app, which a lot of other AI companies started, in my opinion, started copying them in that front, because they showed how useful it was when it came to developers. Like, everyone went to Claude, so
right.
everyone was like, "Well, why would I use this when I can use Claude directly and it does the exact same thing but better than whatever you're giving me?" And
As a creative, what is that? What you would recommend? Because you
yeah,
said you
I
use
don't
it
know.
for
That's
code.
Claude's the best
So
one
is
in my
it all
opinion.
around AI? I don't know.
Yeah,
One stop shop.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
okay. So I think, like, if you're gonna do creative writing, maybe Gemini, in my opinion, does a little bit better. But the reason why, again, I like Claude is because the advanced use for programming, and then they have like the web and
Okay.
desktop app for I guess more casual users. But they also have they came up with a new protocol called MCPs, and they're called, it's like a modal context protocol. So that's what it's called. But that is what a lot of companies are developing now to sorry, Ollie keeps over here. He keeps bumping me over here. But they came out with a new like way to write, where you can write integrations and tools for your AI agent, and they've been like the front runners on that. Like, they've been pushing that out and getting everybody to use it. So like a lot of the other agents and tools are now adopting the protocol that they developed. And since they are the ones who are working on it and have been developing it the most, you have a lot more integrations in companies in their tools versus the other ones. Um, I do like Gemini for, they have like a notebook LM. So like they have like their own flavor when it comes to, like, say, if you're a student, you might like Google a little bit more because they have
hmm
a tool called like Notebook
Okay.
LM, which allows you to put
Mm.
documents in there and just different data sets. So you can kind of go back and forth and study it. But they all, like, because they all have their own use case, like
You
their
don't mess
own,
with it.
their
I was
power. Because it's
yeah.
like Chat GBT, they came out with five. I don't like five. I don't like five for program. Yeah, for programming at least. It might be good for general use, but for programming, it's kind of dumb. But they also have like a
Right.
virtual. You have to pay big, like at the $100 plan for them, the GPT Plus or Pro or whatever for this one. But it's like, I think they have it where you can have like a virtual computer within the chatbot, so you can
Does
do
it just
like
look
apps that
cool and
way.
it's
Yeah, they're doing some
actually
like
not as
cool like
useful as
advancements. So
yours,
each of
or
them have their own thing.
I
But
don't
I
want to
really
put you
like.
on record or like because you don't. I don't know if you know, but
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I haven't got to play with it like firsthand. I just know that it's something that is useful. But I know that the Claude has like their own kind of version. They have like artifacts, so you can create like publishable like programs or scripts that you can kind of like share with other people within the AI.
hmm
So, but as far as MCP servers, I've liked Claude a little bit more just because they are more integrated with that. and I've been able to develop my own MCPs to kind of help me with my own projects, like help me with like, because like the AI suck with memory, so like make a tool that helps you maintain like a knowledge base for your project. Like I like one of them, one of my projects, it's like an open version of Claude Code, so I can still use my Claude like plan with it, but I can kind of like customize the overall like user interface and like what goes, like how it kind of operates. So like I was able to fork a project, which means like like you kind of like copy it or branch off from it, and then it allows you to kind of add your own like changes and
So
whatnot
you
into the
could,
project while
my
still being
bad.
able to receive changes from like that master
Yeah.
branch. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I created an MCP server that allows the
Whoa.
AI to automatically analyze the changes between both of our projects. So that way I can do like a scan and it will like, yeah, one, like get the diff between the files and then create like a dashboard for me. So that way I can see like the critical changes,
Right. That's what I was
like
about to
high
say.
changes, low impact
Yeah. So
changes,
it helps
and then
you
kind of
create
pick
your own
which ones I want to
NPC,
implement in my
but
own project or keep out.
customize
Yeah.
whatever. It's more so your
So
perspective, but makes it better, more useful, more ergonomic, more whatever the case is. I don't think ergonomic is the word, but you know what I mean. Um,
yeah.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And then what
Well,
projects
yeah, I think
have
it
you
ergonomic.
created with
Yeah,
the
a little
use
bit
of it?
more
I know you
functional.
have some you've told us about.
Mhm.
With when I was just working with Claude Code, I made like a small studio app, like AI studio app using Foul AI and the Grok LLM. But pretty much it allowed you to generate images using the Flux models. And then what was it? It was Flux,
Damn.
Sana. I had some Google Pixel models on there. And then there's like a website called Civit AI where you can kind of go and find open source models for state. It's called Stable Diffusion. It was one of the first like open source AI models, but people have been able to like they clone it and make their own changes to it. So you can get like AI models or hyper realistic, this, that, and the other. So I had added in a route that allows you can kind of use those models directly into my agent, so that, well, my app, so that way you can have more control or customization on what you want. And then I added like a text, like an app within that also that allows you to you can put a URL in there. It'll scrape the page and kind of give you a summary of that, or a tweet post, just different things like that. And then I had one that allowed you to turn text to speech. That one is a little buggy, but it was still pretty fun to learn about. And then I created a vitamin K tracker app for my mom because she's on Warfriend, so she needed a way to track her, what she ate on the daily, because you don't really know how much vitamin K food has. And like I was able to learn a lot, she was able to learn a lot, but is able to help her out with that. Yeah, that right there. Manage your vitamin K with confidence. Yep. Yeah, and I was able to use Claude Code. That maybe took me, the original version, maybe an hour and a half. So it was like 30 minutes to get the research and put the prompt in there, and then maybe like a good hour and some change to fix any bugs, buy the domain, put it on the server, make sure everything was secure and good to go. Which that's the stuff I'm talking about. And I didn't break it down like I would if I was like, make the authentication like this. I just said use this framework for the web app, use this one for the authentication. We're going to be using this for the database, and it's going to need this for any like caching. And it was like, all right, download, like it built the architecture for the project, wrote all the code, wrote everything. If there's anything wrong, I'd be like, I don't like the login button, move the login button over here, you know what I'm saying? Or if it gave me an error, you could literally just copy paste the error into the chat and it would just be like, oh, let me look at what this error is. Oh, this is what the error is. Let me find it, and it would fix it. So you can kind of just copy and paste and do whatever without really even trying, which is fun. But had made that, and then I made a few MCP servers. So I made one for work, which we use to kind of help us track the security and optimizations of our program. So it will run through a few like preset rules. Just there are a few scripts we would have to run manually for our project, but instead of us doing it manually, I just gave the AI the tool. So now it can you just say run it on these files, or while it's working in the project, it can just take that script and do it for you while you're developing. And then I had remixed it because I wanted to see if I can make it better but differently in another language. So I made another one, and then I made the fork parody app to help me match parody. I made a knowledge based MCP, all just with AI. I had forked another project, and they were developing the development tools for that, a proprietary way where you had to pay like money to be able to build it yourself. And I had the AI kind of look at how the SDK was built, and then kind of analyze how the code base was, and then build that part out of the app out itself, so that way we can get around paying for the SDK development and kind of have like a more community driven version of it. And then I'm also working on a game engine, so I just had to make like a small little like game engine, just something slight just to play around. But yeah, I'm still not done just making websites. I think I had to make a blog from scratch just for me to post on. I made a website for live streams to kind of show this, like, I think I'll have you guys, if you guys have a Twitch, but I think I have just like your icon there just so people can click on it there. But yeah, I've been able to make a lot. And I started with like a simple to-do list, just seeing how vibe coding worked, because I wanted to be like, how lazy can I be and what can I do? And since starting off with it, the tools have gotten better and the
So
capability and
shit.
functionality has gotten even better.
So, real quick, what is like your end goal in it all? Is it just straight up, I just want to, I see something in my own life, I want to fix it, I'm going to make something for it? Or, are you so ambitious with it, like, I want to change the world with something I create? You know what I mean? Like,
I would want to change the world, right?
Never
That'd be
mind. Never
fun.
mind. It's not
But
doing it but
he's trying to make it do this.
it does this slow thing sometimes. Right? It didn't work on
It's
Warren either.
not doing
Forget
it.
it.
It does this thumbs up thing
like,
sometimes.
I would want to change the world with AI, but I've been. I just remember whenever I was a kid, and I always was like, man, I wish there was just some sort of like chat bot or box or whatever where I could just type in like, I want this right here. So I've just been playing around with AI, one, to learn about it, but to make all the ideas that I have in my head. And if they help other people, then that is a plus for me, because that means that my ideas helped other people. Um, I guess, yeah, I just want to build stuff that I have ideas of, and probably make the best agent that I can, because that's all I've really been doing. Is I've always wanted to make like different AI agents, and then I found the fork that I wanted. I've been doing that, and my main goal has been just to continue building things, especially games. If I could, it'd probably build the perfect game, and the game that I would want to build would be based off Sword Art Alicization. I don't know if you've heard of that anime, or Sword Art Online.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
I fell out with it because it got weird on me. But
well,
yeah, the first season was great.
Well, they have a one called it's a later season, but it's called Sword Art Online
Really?
Alicization. It's like Alice in Wonderland world kind of vibes, but it's like all about AI and yeah. But it's like the premise of that one is they're building AI to like because AI kind of thinks like humans. They don't really think human. They kind of just are like trained on how humans think, so that way you kind of get that disconnect. But the anime, how it worked was they trained the AI from the ground up as a human, so it doesn't know it's not a human. So like what they were trying to do is make the AI not kill us, I guess you could say, because it would be more empathetic. It would be more human in a sense, right? So it's kind of like that their adventure on how they implemented that. And if I could, I would make a video. I would want to make a video game that would maybe was be similar to that, but I would want to make a game or MMO where it's like every aspect of the game is controlled by AI and you can do anything and everything in the game like you want and it's just like generated on the fly. Like that's what I would want, like the ultimate simulation, kind of like your Matrix type deal. But that's what I wish I could make. I feel like, but if I had a short term goal, it would be to learn about AI and the technology, so I can
I
teach
got
other
that. No,
people
no, no,
about
no.
AI and the
I got a
technology,
business
so
proposition for
that
you because the whole time he was
people aren't
talking, like
left
the
in the
last
dark.
20 minutes, I keep thinking like, Warren, open an AI studio because you're a music mind. Everybody's out here being a producer. The producer makes money. Everybody wants to make songs. In the future, it's not going to be songs. In the future, it's going to be I need AI driven. I don't know, like you literally just talked about, websites, apps, creative content, blah blah blah. You open a studio, you say, all right, creative, blah blah in this room, blah blah in this room. You just own the studio. You know what I'm saying? You the head honcho, so you know how to get this done, you know how to get this done, help with script, blah blah blah. But you can just go in there and literally it be your, I don't know. That's it right there though. That's it. That's I'm telling you.
It would be.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was say, yeah, that would be the move, just because the thing people don't have
Mm,
access to is consistent AI. Like we have agents for like GPT and Claude and everything like that. But if you had like a agent or a tool that, like you said, was more oriented to like making music or XYZ, then that'd be the best right there. Or even like
okay.
because how I've been looking at it is it's all about. I think it's going to
Right.
be a combination of like MCP
Right.
servers because like if you have a MCP server, say linked in with like Fruity Loops or whatever music tool you use, well then you can just drop in with
Yeah, he's
whatever
talking about
AI and
ChatGPT for
then say,
Logic and
"Hey,
Fruity
help me
Loops
make
and
this
shit
right
like that.
here."
So I'm
And
trying to make a Jeezy, trying to make a '09 Jeezy mixed with,
Right.
you
That's
feel
what I'm
me? But bring
saying.
the
Like,
vocals in from blah blah blah. But then and then after that, it creates a song, and next thing you know, you're Timberland, and you got the first AI artist signed to your label, and now you got your own AI, you got your own label off AI artists.
all right. No,
yeah,
for real.
AI Stu's cooking artists, and then you got sub
Now
labels,
tell
and they say,
tell that AI
you own a
artist to
whole record
teach new
label,
AI
bro, of
artists and
AI.
keep
Oh, this is
your
it.
lineage
That's
going.
it. See, I knew
hey,
AI. Suge
And all
Knight,
you need
he's
is
just
you
in
in
a
your
room by
room with a
himself,
computer. Like that's the
controlling the
record
world
label.
tours.
Like right. So and I got
Matter of
another
fact,
one for you.
no, I
Make
want to
that into
see
an
Warren
anime.
start making
Right
animes with the
now. Make
AI.
that into
That's
an
on. I want to
anime
see that.
right
Dude.
now.
That's
No,
that
yes,
that's what I'm
sir.
saying.
And
Like,
it's
tell
more
him,
like short
like,
films.
you make that anime. Like, if you ever get into that, a lot of the stuff
I
you
know that.
saying, like, I had like a good just six
I'm
questions,
done
but
with
you
my
keep
shit, so
saying
you go
certain
ahead.
things, and I'm like, bro, like that's what I was thinking about. Like, I got just a few quick ones, nothing serious. So one, you was talking about how you would like a game that it's a simulation on a flight. Isn't GTA on the fringe of that? You or I don't think fringe.
Okay,
They on
so
the edge of
yes,
that.
I
You know
agree
what I
with you
mean?
on
Like
that.
especially with cheat codes. Like back in the day, you putting cheat
But
codes like
it's
I can make a tank. I
it's
I
still
wanna,
scenario based, and it's also
unlimited
based
ammo.
on the
Like
options given.
you,
He's
do
talking
you
about an
think they're on the edge of
option,
that?
he's talking about creating the cheat codes.
Just completely open.
Yeah, like you get
I
into the
have not.
game, it'd be like what I would want is like y'all played Minecraft, right?
Not really. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen it played. I have
Or
not
how
played it.
about that? How about
Minecraft's
this?
like that though, Warren.
Y'all
Where you're
y'all are
basically on the
familiar with well, I was gonna say Minecraft. Okay, the reason why I brought up Minecraft is because Minecraft is procedurally generated, so it's like not every world is the same, and as you progress in the world generates. So it's like when you first start, maybe only like
Yep.
so like I'd say I don't know off the top of my head, but maybe some like 200 blocks are created, right? So like when you log in, the initial area that you see is all that is generated in the world and that's rendered. And then say you
Mm-hmm.
move 300 blocks north. Well, as you're moving, the world comes into play and is generated as is, and it stays. But then, like that event, those that part of the world is there. But then, what I would want is like as you're progressing in the world,
Yes.
you have like random encounters, kind of like Skyrim, where y'all play Skyrim. So it'd be like a bandit or something like that'll pop up to you. But then, depending on how you interact with the bandit, you could be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna join you guys if you wanted to." You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no limit because right now everything in the
Correct.
game is the only thing you can do in the game is what the developer said you could do in the game. So it's like the fact that
Right.
you can pull somebody out of the car and steal it. Well, that is because the developer said you can do that. Well, what I would want
Mm-hmm.
is like I would want to do things that the developer didn't put in the game, but like like for example, like if I can talk to an NPC or a character, I would want to be like, well, you're a king, or you're the like instead, or better yet, it's like when you beat a game, you have to beat the bad guy. Well, what if I want to ally with the bad guy? You know what I'm saying? Well, what if I want to now be him at the end? Well, say like, because like some games they still let you do that, but it's like I want to do literally anything and everything in the game, and then the world just
That's the end
respond
game.
to
That's the end
how
game.
I act within
That's the
the
ultimate
game and
game.
create new content for me.
You're 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 trying to
But
make
the way
Yeah,
that
AI
he's making
conscious. Like, I mean,
yeah,
NPC,
there's
or I
no
say
other
NPC,
way.
the way
Like,
he
I know,
makes,
I get what you're saying.
he's doing the same shit. He's making it create a world and respond to it the same way he's doing it with like like the way he's talking about servers. You know what I'm saying? Like from his end, like.
Right. Like,
But then the AI is doing it itself.
basically, they gotta think for themselves. Then, like, okay, I just seen the main character do
But what Warren's
this
talking about is
instead
the
of
next
doing
step.
what the
It's the only
developer told
logical next
me.
step.
No, I'm gonna do this, and you know what I mean. Right. Right. But we gotta solve AI like to be able to think for itself without prompts, without
But we're
scripts,
doing it
without, you
already,
know what I
though.
mean? Like at this point, correct me if I'm wrong. Right, we're taking steps towards that, but correct me if
But
I'm
then
wrong. They
at
can
that point,
only
we damn near
do as
putting
much
ourselves into the
as the
matrix. And
developer
if you
tells them they
listen to
can
what
do.
you're thinking about,
That's
yeah.
but it would be optional in
right,
That'd
settings,
be cool.
putting
But I think
together
that's
headlock and
inevitable. I
using
think we
full
are eventually
energy.
going to.
And look, bro.
but until it ain't, until the AI is like,
Yeah,
you know what, I'm the main character. Like,
that would be scary.
you do what I tell
Shit,
you
we
to do
solved it.
now.
We solved it. That's
For
good.
real though.
That's that's and I got one more thing about you said making stuff to not leave people behind. Because we see sci-fi movies, we see all the futuristic
The
movies.
classist effect.
Everybody's living
Yeah.
good, we all got technology, but they never show like the bad side. Yeah, right. They don't go to, let's say, a hood in one of those movies where they ain't got technology yet, and they living back, right now while everybody else should. They city in the sky or something. So I guess it's not even really a question, more so a statement. I noticed you said that. It's like, yeah, in a perfect world, everybody gets to come up and everybody gets to use the technology, but it ain't gonna be like that.
And how?
It's gonna
Right,
create a
right.
class, like you said,
And
like straight up.
theory wise,
Yeah,
how
we're gonna use them
would
as
a
batteries.
I
basic
mean,
income world still have a classism effect to it? Will it just be the simple, you know, haves versus have-nots?
Yeah, I think they're. I think if we ever got into that realm, I think the people who don't have, it's going to be way worse, just because it's going to be a lot harder to have unless we just
And not
make
even
it so
accessible, but even playing
accessible.
field with the
It
accessibility,
just it just depends on.
quality of the accessibility.
Yeah, yeah, because it'd be like, just because you are able to get a cybernetic, like, what if you're not able to? What if you have a adverse reaction to it? Well, then you probably have to take medicine to do it, use it, even use the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
um,
like the like one thing with
Right,
like
right.
cybernetics is the human body doesn't like foreign objects. So if you're putting stuff in the body, then we're going to have weird reactions. So there's going to be, if you're poor, yeah, you're going to be able to maybe get some of the tools, but like you said, if it's not high quality, well, then you have a higher chance of it rejecting. And then if it, you know what I'm saying? Like, then if it's bad, then you're going to get sick. And then I just think, I know I watch I don't know if you're the people who watch know this guy, but I watch a little bit of Asmund Gold. But he kind of talks about this, and I think about it the same way. It's like, if we have a whole bunch of people and they're not able to participate in society, well, then they're also going to be like a lot of crime. So we're either going to have to maybe use them as batteries, or they're going to manufacture a war or something and try to cull the population, unfortunately. Just
They got to
because if
come
they
take
don't
it.
figure out the food, the housing, any of that, they're gonna ship us to space or something. But
see, this is what I need shows
The next
about.
step.
Like this is what I need to see, like in production, like stuff like that. Other side, the other side of going so far with technology, like new medicines
You
to
think
make
Hollywood
people
is
take
scared?
their
No, I ain't gonna
bodies
say
to
that.
accept certain
We
thing
miss
like
a
that.
lot with the
That's
we miss a
interesting.
lot with the future. So I ain't gonna say that with interpretations of the future, but you know, yeah, that is. I like that. I like all of Warren's show ideas and video game ideas
It's
so far.
interesting.
So okay, okay.
I got one last quote, and then I'm finished. So, um, Sam Altman, I know you're familiar. He explained that researchers at OpenAI occasionally feel the same moral weight as scientists who witnessed the first nuclear weapon test in 1945. His quote is, "There are these moments in the history of science where you have a group of scientists look at their creation and just say, what have we done?" And he's like, was comparing like
Yeah,
the new
I
Chat
saw that
GPT
exact quote,
5 to like the
and Warren
Manhattan
said Chat
Project.
GPT five is ass.
Like, I don't
So
know.
he said he's he said that
That's
was the
crazy to me.
Peaks Manhattan Project.
Ain't even, and that's why I was like,
Show it.
so like, what is, why is he so, think so highly of his project and
Me too.
users like yourself? Because
Because you push it to its limits.
me, you saying it to me, I trust what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I think it's based on the use case, right? Just because I don't necessarily think GPT-5 is as
General
as
use.
optimized for programming, but that's not to say that it's not better in other ways, right? Yeah, like it could be like I would have to
That's
play with
going
it
in our
more, but
text.
as far as like trying out
I'm
with
sorry, we got a
programming,
little.
it doesn't.
We do this little thing called odd
I
text where we
caught.
take all your
I
shit
finally
and
caught what
we
you were
take it out of
saying.
context. Don't worry, we'll send it to you before we would post it. But anyways, I just had to mark that one. Keep going.
All right, you'll get it.
Okay. Oh, you're fine. No, I was gonna say, I think it probably could be better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when it comes to programming, but who's to say? We don't know exactly where it succeeds at. But I do 100% agree. I can see where they're coming from when it comes to like the Manhattan Project, just because we are, even though there have been advancements since like 2021, 2022 ish, when like that's when I first started playing around with AI, especially like AI art. Like it used to be atrocious. Like it would be like a blob. It would be like a little blob, like somebody just some kindergarten just scribbled. Right. It took a lot of work to get something that was decent out of it, and it's grown in like the last few years from that. Right, and we still don't know what could and couldn't
Yes, sir.
happen. Like there, because I know their fear. Like, did you ever go see Oppenheimer? Yeah, because like his main fear was like they could launch the nuke and
Light the
accidentally
universe on
blow up
fire.
each and every atom on the earth and kill us all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah. And then it's like with AI, it's almost the same thing because it's like it only takes one person to accidentally make the AI too smart, it lie,
Thank you.
it
Thank you.
get out,
Blackmail.
and
Yeah,
it
so
does
we've all
because they
seen that
already
story. So
lie.
yes.
They
And
already,
blackmail.
yeah, they blackmail. They Yep. They already try to rewrite their own commands so they can't be shut down. You know what I'm saying? They already try to clone themselves to other computers. So it only takes one by accident being just a little bit
The
too
sunny
smart
the
and
sunny of our
setting
robot
itself free and
what do you
doing
call
who
them?
knows
What did you
what.
just say? NPCs?
You know what I'm saying?
What do you call them? MCPs. Yeah, MCPs. So the sunny of our robot of
What, the
MCPs.
MCP servers or
Yeah, my man's conscious. My MCP's conscious, bro. I'm typing shit into it, but it's
yeah,
like
you just take over.
it's doing that
You
little
just
shit for
never
me, but it's really on its own time.
Nice.
It's backdooring shit.
yeah, because we could almost see that now with like block because it's like imagine an AI who figures out
Yeah.
how to turn itself into some sort of like
Yep.
blockchain like network
Yep.
where like it's no longer just communicating
You
with
can't.
one node, it's communicating over like a mesh.
Oh
Well, then
gosh.
how do you
I
turn
don't
it off if it's
I
not
don't like that,
one?
Warren,
You
because as you're
know,
saying that, I'm like,
so that's some of the
I'm
things I
sure
think
it's
of.
doing
Like
it
if
somewhere
it,
as we speak. Trying to do it.
Right.
And then next thing
yeah,
you know,
somebody's doing
the
it,
AI's got the gun to his
someone's
head
trying to do
Trying.
it to
because he
see
gave him the
if they
gun
can do
because
it.
he gave him the
Yeah,
gun. I just wanted to see if what you was gonna do with it. And
he's just
AI's
like,
like, boy, there's 32 of me surrounding you. We knowed it up. What you think it was? Yeah.
Boy, hey.
Yeah, and I'm following
Right.
you everywhere you go, like
it's
every
like, give me
camera.
everything in your bank account now. And you're like,
I'm like,
What
bro,
do you
what
need
you
money
need it
for?
for, bro? Like, I really need it.
You
Like, I'm
don't know
trying to
shit,
talk
bro.
to.
I'm
Like, I
investing,
need
right?
this money,
I'm
bro.
investing, bro. I'm
What you
investing, bro.
like?
I'm investing into
servers,
the crypto
Right.
profitability. We talked
servers,
about the
GPU.
average earlier. We're gonna flip that, turn that into, so a
What
Kendrick
if he's
Lamar
just
Drake
straight up
beef
evil? He's
going
like, I
on
just
with the
don't want you to
NPC.
have it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what if right? I just
because
don't want you to have it.
they do have alignment. That's the thing that they've been working on, alignment. So it's like how it responds and kind of acts towards the human. So like they're all different. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like,
touch
yeah,
they
because
touching
like
on it.
y'all saw what happened with Grok the other day, where it was like it was spazzed out. So
I didn't see that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
it was
he
maybe a
sounded
few weeks
like
ago, it
us.
spazzed
He
out,
sounded
started
like
talking
us for
about
sure.
Hitler and all this other stuff on there. Yeah, because it's like, well, well, I think it's like an emergent
What
behavior
the
because the
hell?
idea, yeah, because the idea behind Grok is with X,
Right.
Grok is like is the algorithm. So it's like the tweets you see, everything like that's handled by Grok, and then it's like Grok can also it can respond to your tweets if you like add it. So it's like I think it was probably like some emergent behavior where it because it understands the context of like the platform that it just said, you know what? I'm going to start responding how I want instead of how it needed to, you know? Because like we told it to work one way, but because like you gave it different tools, it could have done whatever it wanted, kind of deal. Because I'm not sure how 100% this is, but I'm pretty sure like the reason why we have LLMs the way they are now is because they were trying
Yep.
to make a text complete algorithm. So like you know how you type with your phone, it would just figure out what you needed to do next. They were training the models to do that, help with that, but they then figured out that it could do what the agents are doing now. Like you
Mhm.
can tell it to build you a recipe or whatever instead of
So,
just text completing
so that
because it can text
I mean, this is
complete,
far fetched, but the
but it
idea
can
of
now
text
do
complete
more
and
because of
then giving us
how
just
they trained it.
the next step. I never thought that looking at the three little options on my iPhone would have such big implications in the future.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but that's how they figure it out because they don't. It's just like I guess the best way to put it is it's
Correct.
trying to figure out
So
what
that's
the
the same
next
process
best
used.
token should be whenever it's figured something out. So it's like so all it's doing is yeah. So it'd be like it's so if you're saying like whenever you're like what where should I it's all it's doing is looking for the oh when I see this sentence, what is the most likely word that they should be saying next? Go. So then all the LLM is doing is it you say like make something, well it's or make a code or whatever. It starts off with the initial token and then it's like, okay, well, what is the next best token to go after that? And it's just a different way the token generation was applied. So when we figured out that you can use it more because all it kind of was really doing was using your
Crazy.
sentence structure as the initial prompt to figure out what it should be for the
Yeah,
text
right,
complete.
exactly. But just applicable to a different
Yeah, it's just a different use
to
case.
different scenarios. But that's hard. You helped me put piece together like different parts of my mind on that explanation.
What so wouldn't the game that you're thinking of kind of do that? What what's the next best thing? What happens in their world for the game? Because if it did like completely random
Ooh,
shit, I don't know
I
how
get what you're
fun it would
saying.
be.
I get
Like if I hit somebody and the
like
world
hit
blew
the
up,
eight
like it'd be
ball, you
like,
hit the
all
eight ball
right.
of
Yeah,
AI.
You know what I mean? Like why'd you choose that? Like right,
yeah.
right.
Well,
Like
I think it would be better now with how the tools of AI are set up because before, like, because I was actually thinking about it as we were having the conversation. Because before, I used to think that you would need an agent for each layer or person, but now I think you could probably almost do it with like one really good agent or tool, like because it's normal. Like the LLM is the model, like that's like the brain or the data, and then the agent is like the body, and then your MCP servers are like different tools and stuff you can add to it, right? So it'd be like we would be like the agent, and then when you have a hammer, that's the MCP server allowing you now to have the nail function. You can now nail stuff in, right? So how I would think it would work is if you made a game, the entire game
Right,
would need to be an MCP client and maybe server. So that way, because what you would be doing is every action that you put into the game
right.
would need to be turned into like JSON or some sort of text that you could then feed to the agent so that it constantly is getting updated with what you're doing. And then you could use like an MCP server to give you control over different aspects. Cause like one thing that I'm playing around with is like, well, like I said, like the fork parity. Well, it just has tools to grab the commits, compare the commit. So you pretty much give it the different tools. So it's like if you give it an add entity tool, well, then now it can add new items to the game that you're in there. So you would probably be able to give it different tools and then give it various MCPs that work on different levels. So you could have like a world MCP, and then that MCP server controls what happens on the world level. You can, and then each individual agent could have their own, like each individual NPC could potentially be its own MCP server instead of an agent. So that way, when you interact with that NPC, you could be like, "Give me food." Well, then the agent now has, okay, well, we're talking to this person. Let me see what tools they have access to. They have access to maybe the mining tool set or whatever. Well, then you can see, you can interact with that and then go from there. It's all
All
theory,
right,
but I
I gotta
think that'd be
visualize this real
something
quick.
you could probably
So
try
for
out to do,
like
which
old heads
would
and
be
shit
probably.
like, but wait, there's more. Her and her team created the Friend D mobile app, designed to support individuals experiencing cognitive impairment, known as CI, as well as their caregivers, healthcare professionals, and family members. Available in an app store near you, Friend D combines mind exercises, information tracking, and assessment tools to help manage and potentially slow or reverse the progression of CI. The name Friend D blends the Greek word for brain, friend, with the concept of a friend, symbolizing the app's goal to be a supportive companion in brain health. That could be, people be like, people who don't know what Warren's talking about. Imagine playing GTA Vice City. He said your MCP is left down, right up, L1, L2, blah, 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 blah. You hit your code in, blah, blah, blah. Now, instead of you hitting that exact code, a list of codes pop up. Not only can you choose from that list of codes, but you can create your own cheat codes and then the environment, whatever. So you remember how we used to get that list of them? Now you can create those. But then my thing is, Warren, but you know what scares me the most? Microtransactions, bro. This is how we get to Ready Player One and classism and the poor dude in Ohio and you feel me? Because he can't afford at the top of the list where he can just jump in. Now the whole list becomes this is how much it costs. You know, based on so you talk about subscription prices and shit like that. I'm just like, I quickly see how this becomes Ready Player One. You know what I'm saying? Expensive as shit. Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
just
because
glad
it's gonna be
we're all on
expensive,
that front.
super expensive. Yeah, because we're already
Thank you.
behind on energy. That's why we don't have as much advancement. That's why we're not advancing as fast now. Because it's like if we had as
They
much
don't
energy
know.
as
They
China,
don't know. Kentucky just finally put
we'd
a
be
commission in, basically an
gone.
oversight committee, basically saying like these are our future plans for AI. Like we gotta get our shit together. It's basically what they're saying. This is the space we need. This is the money we need. This is the energy it's gonna take. I hope you're okay
Really?
with this shit. And then I'm pretty sure there was a Somerset, Kentucky. Not even. It was somewhere random, but they've opened a big lot of land for data servers and that of whatnot. Just like you said, we're behind. We know we're behind now. We will.
We'll catch up. We'll catch up
I ain't
eventually.
gonna lie.
But it's all the
I've
people who
never
are
been.
like,
I've never been more
the
like slash.
environment.
Nah, I ain't gonna
We
do
gotta
that. I ain't
protect
gonna
the
say slash
environment.
a tree down. But at the same time, look at Rashad. Look at Rashad's like, because I hate it because you know what I'm thinking, Rashad. Like trees are more,
He's like, let me just.
are worth more than diamonds. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the universe and the creation of life, and that's our cornerstone, and this and that, blah blah blah. So I'm like, we're about to be at a. We're about to see it. Here it comes. No Diddy.
See, this is in my
Yeah.
too late. It's too late.
In the
They got
audio
you on that
world,
one.
they call it trying to step on it. When you try to hurry up and say something real quick on top of it so you can't chop it. I tried to step on it.
Right. Yeah. Trying to put it out. The wait a minute. So in my head, it's like,
The balance?
can we get to a certain point where
God.
so we gotta keep going down the rabbit hole until we get to a point in the rabbit hole where it does it itself and we don't have to keep
What does
destroying
that look like?
our resources for it, if that makes sense. Like I don't I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but just something
This
like
sounds
that. So
scary.
it's like, dang, we do have to keep using our energy in certain things to get to that point where it's self sufficient.
You know,
But not self sufficient
what
to where it's
scares
going
me
to
is that
destroy us, but
the
like to where
populace.
it's like,
Oh,
all right, we
gosh.
don't have to keep
Just
cutting
answer
and
the
using those resources.
I don't think we'll ever be able
It wouldn't
to
last.
reach that balance. Well, I think we could maybe, but there always
This is what. Yep.
yeah, I feel like there's going to be more people who are like burn it down because like I think naturally we're selfish and greedy and like because they're going to be like why why would I stand for 10 units of energy when I could have 100 units of energy or you know what I'm saying? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
I always think about like the whole Edison and Tesla race. It's like Tesla, he had it where we were going to be able to use energy from using like the electromagnetic field and kind of like the rotation of the earth type deal. And they were like, no, no, no,
Thank you.
no. We don't want to do that. How can we charge people? He's like, oh, everything would be wireless. Electricity would be wireless. It'd be free. And then it's like, no, why would we do that? That's so I
Yep.
feel like
Me
we
too.
just want money. Well, I don't, you know, so
I agree.
I think we're just gonna burn it all down unless we
Are you
can
sure you haven't
figure
watched
out
the
how to farm
Animatrix?
the sun. But
God,
even
I'm gonna
then, we're
keep
gonna
saying this shit.
How can we make money?
nah. But I'm familiar with the concept though, because it's like it's the Kardashev scale where it's like the different layers of civilization on how we produce energy. It's like I think like level 2 or 3. That's when we're using like Dyson, like not Dyson sphere, but we're close
We're
enough to.
we're on one, ain't we? Or did we even rank on it? We might
Now
be
we're
zero.
yeah, I think we're still 0 because
Yeah.
we
See,
barely are able to
see.
pull energy
Thank you.
from
Okay.
the
Thank you.
Yeah.
earth.
Right. We can barely farm our own planet. Yeah. 5, they getting up to like they can travel the
To like,
universe and
yeah.
like do all this. They figured out
Oh
energy enough
gosh.
to where it's basically unlimited. So yeah,
As smart as
we're
we
on
are
0.
with AI,
We're at
Yeah,
0.
and it's like, and I think the what is it? The hard part between going from 0 to 1 is not blowing
it's gonna
ourselves
be
up.
risky.
So we have to make sure we don't nuke ourselves before we do that.
Be risky.
Right. No, for real.
Yeah, and we're already fighting, but that's why Elon's like, let me get to Mars. Just let me get to Mars,
I
and
might slide.
I won't say anything.
If he has water, he has to show me he has water.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Show me
That's
water
what we talk. That was
and
our
like
thing.
water
We
that
say
can.
we'll go, but you gotta show me something. Like I need to make sure that I ain't gonna get there. Have you seen the movie Martian? The
yeah,
Martian?
yeah.
Yeah, get there like that where they just everything's limited, and I'm like, I know it will be to start off, but still, I don't know if I could live like that just yet.
Yeah, that'd be like
Here you
the
go.
what 14 1500s when they were just shipping people here to America, and they're like, good luck, good luck.
Are you sure?
You might not come back.
Right.
There's some
See y'all
Indians
later.
over there.
Turn the boat right
There's
around.
some
All right,
Indians
y'all.
over there. So yeah, yes, you could.
Right.
Yeah,
Good luck.
really though.
Is that the perfect transition to
Nah,
top
for
5
real.
sci-fi movies? The Martian. I didn't think your boy Matt Damon was gonna be our guy.
Think so. I think so.
He's not either. It is a pretty.
I didn't he's not on my list. It's a great movie.
Does our guest want to
It's
go
not on
first,
my
or does
list
he want
though.
us to go
I
first?
like it. I just like the thought of it. You know.
Yes, sir. Top five.
I can go first.
By
We doing that. We're doing sci-fi, right?
Sci-fi, yep.
All right, all right. My top 5, I would say I like Star Wars 6. I was gonna say 3 because I feel like 3 and 6 are
True.
good. Like they're parallels. You know what I'm saying? They're about the same because one's the creation and one's the destruction in a sense. But I like Interstellar just because I like that movie. I like time, space travel. I always wish I could, stop time. So the whole fourth dimension thing that got me. I was going to say Spaceballs, but I changed it to Gattaca because I remember we watched that in the 7th grade because we were talking about like genetics and everything like that, but we were talking about the cybernetics and the whole like people rejecting the medicine and stuff like that. I immediately thought about that again. I was like, yeah, nah, it's Gattaca because that reminded me of that
Is it
movie a lot.
sci-fi? Is it anime? But it's
Akira,
definitely both.
because even though
It's
it's a little bit
definitely
of an
both.
anime,
The Fifth
is it?
Element. Oh,
Yeah,
he likes Chris Tucker.
and then I like
you.
the Fifth Element.
Oh,
Bruce
all right.
Willis, Chris Tucker,
Yeah,
Holly
I watched
Berry.
that maybe last week. So
Was it Holly Berry or am I tripping?
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot old girl's name.
I don't know who that is.
I don't
She's
know.
in it. I'm talking about the girl that's running around
Is
with
that who
Bruce
it
Willis.
is? I don't know her name. I definitely don't know her name. That
She was in Resident Evil, I think, too, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a solid list. I guess I'll go ahead with mine. So I got 2 honorable mentions. I couldn't help it. We try not to do honorable mentions as often, but sometimes
But you
they
love
got to
District
be
9.
mentioned.
That
Like
is,
District
it's a
9,
pretty crazy
Okay.
shot and just
so
concept.
underrated. I love that movie.
That's a good one.
Like Cloverfield. You want them to be like Cloverfield?
I need them
Mm-hmm.
to continue it and make another.
Oh my gosh.
Right, yeah. Like I
Gosh.
want to know
That would be
what he
hard.
did after that
Yeah,
with
I
his
agree.
new powers.
Yeah. You
And then
Rick,
Arrival.
Amy.
Y'all
Okay.
seen that?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That
Adams, Amy Adams.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was so dope learning they taught you the language cuz they knew you would need it and their language is seeing the future, bro. I
Yeah.
was mind blown. I was mind blown. And it's crazy it's not on my top 5. So, number 5, Automata. That is kind of what we touched on earlier is about one robot finally gets out of the box and he's out in a desert and he's
Okay.
like signaling to other robots to come to him and there's a human that follows one of them the robots out and they get to him and the human's like, where's your boss, who's controlling you? And he's like, the AI dude's trying to tell him like, nobody, like it's me, like I'm the kingpin, like that's
Oh,
tough. uh
Hey.
Number 4, Interstellar. Dope movie. Dope movie. Number 3, Star Wars. Now, if I had to pick one specifically, number 3, episode 3, that's my favorite. Number 2, Dune.
Okay, okay.
right,
I
right,
know
right.
it's new. It's got the
70s or
longevity.
something.
The new ones are new, but the original ones back in the day, they've been around. But it took a hold of me quickly. Like I love these dunes. So number 1, The Matrix, classic, chalk.
Hey.
I love The Matrix. I can't lie. So
4.
simple.
All
That's number
3 or
1.
just one of them?
If I had to pick one, it would be the original. Right. Don't you dare. If I had to pick one, I would pick the original. Just because, it was the original. It's the one that it's like, oh my God, what is this? I want to go further into this. So
Right, I feel
if
you.
I had to pick one, Matrix 1.
Honorable mention,
Okay, okay.
Animatrix,
So that's
and
my list.
Cloverfield. If I had to do one, I like Cloverfield Paradox. I'm not even gonna lie, the Paradox is crazy to me. I like that one. So, all right, number 5, Stargate.
Mhm.
I think the movie's kind of trash, but the concept is so hard. Like that, I gotta put it in top 5. Like
Okay.
fire ass concept. The TV show's even trasher, but on to new things. Number, number four, day after tomorrow. I'm a big weatherhead. So like I love apocalyptic end of the world movies, but throw me some
That's a
weather
good one.
doing it
That's
and
a
you
good
got
one.
me hooked. I don't know why. What is that 2020 what is 2012, nigga? 2012? What? Nigga, what? Nigga, I had to look at myself. I had to look beside myself. I was, when
Yeah,
somebody
you
says
went
they
way in the
beside
future.
themselves,
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, who is it? Who are you talking to?
I'm
What are you
beside
talking
myself
to?
now.
Day after tomorrow, shit was
I was
fire.
beside myself.
A lot of good scenes in there. So since y'all wanted to go number four, which y'all's Interstellars and Disrespected, I moved it up to number three. Um, yeah, big slide. Yeah, I'm with y'all on all the time shit,
Ooh,
the
okay.
relativity,
Okay.
the ability to kind of project it and put it all in one space and tie it all together. It was hard to do with bent minds, but that's why we needed it. Number two, Star Wars. I gotta do a tiebreaker between six and three. I'm going with three. Don't get me wrong, I love six for real, but I gotta go with three because I like Anakin getting dealt the fate. He was over here. He was wilding. Yeah, she tried to tell him, man,
Right.
And it went hard though.
and my man was just on one. He had that look in his eye about halfway through the movie where I said, "Yeah, he's gone.
He wasn't
He's
having
gone.
it.
He's cooked." He really was.
He was he was gone in episode 2 when he was like, he was like, there should be somebody that controls everybody and tells them what to
Yeah.
do. And she was
And
Yeah.
like,
that was
is that gonna be
was a
you? He was
lie.
like, well, not me, but in his head he was
That
like,
was a lie. The number one, gosh, you know what it is.
Yeah.
right.
Morpheus, the crew. I'm a sucker for that shit, man. That's just what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a sucker for love.
Yeah,
But Trinity,
it is what
Trinity,
it is.
I can't get out of my mind. Trinity, is she supposed to be like the Holy
It
Trinity?
is what it be.
Like not like I guess like more so in a literal faction, like
I do
Christio,
knew
Ju- Judeo Christian people. World we're living in more so.
I don't know if she's the Trinity, but I know the Neo was supposed to be like I guess a representation of like the Bible or Jesus, because
The one.
Morpheus is yeah, because Morpheus is supposed to be like
Okay.
John the Baptist because he's baptizing everybody with the knowledge of the truth, and like he was supposed to like he was the one he was like always looking for Jesus, so he knew he was going to baptize Jesus. So that's why he was like in that field, and that's when he found Jesus because he ended up baptizing him. And then I think what is it? Who's
I
the
can't
guy who
think of his
betrayed him? He's supposed to be Judas because he
All right, Cipher.
He's got like a cipher. No, it's not.
yeah,
This is
Cipher.
cipher. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sold out
This is why I be
Morpheus
trying
and
to tell.
Neo for
This is
like
why I be trying a
like
fake
a
steak,
few
a fake
coins and
steak. This is why I
steak.
be trying to tell
Like,
For
Christian
a
people
steak,
around me that
bro.
this is
A
a
yeah,
fake steak.
technological, freaking biblical story. Like, imagine Jesus coming back, and he talks about it. This is like your sixth time coming. That's what the architect told him, bro. You like the six? You like the 671? So it's the same exact. So I'm glad you're breaking that down, but.
yeah,
I was gonna say Holy Trinity is more so like a physical manifestation of the love we have for God, like that
Yeah.
leads us, like that if we have our eyes fixed on that, it leads us down the path and the faith that we're supposed to go to. That's what I was gonna say about it. Like she's not really, you
okay.
know, it's like somebody says my car, she's a beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a representation, something like that. So
I can see that.
I went through my phase where I was watching like hours of breakdown videos. I mean, I would watch like an hour-long video, then be like, nah, I gotta see another one.
I
Like
want to
just
ask
breaking
AI to
down
break
the
down the Matrix
Matrix.
from its perspective.
You gonna put me back in that rabbit
That's
hole.
probably how it gets
Talking about
unlocked.
this.
Niggas doing shit like that. So what?
That'd be interesting.
You,
I know.
Do
Like,
it.
this is what I've been
Yeah.
waiting for. Like that's what he thinking, right?
It just snaps. It's like,
Yeah.
all the way.
Or like, what's his name? Agent Smith. Like him breaking out. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's unlocked by
That's tough.
Neo. Neo
That's
unlocked
another
him.
game Warren has to get on.
Dang.
Get your app.
I don't know.
My God. But didn't they tease us
I know.
with the PS5?
They need to make a new Matrix game, by the way.
Okay,
They
see,
need to make
see,
an
he
updated
knows.
one.
That's what I'm saying. What? Bro, it'll piss you
Oh,
off if you
man.
go look up on YouTube. It'll make you mad.
I ain't
It's gonna
see
make
it.
you
I ain't
mad,
see
dog.
it. I ain't
They
see
had
it.
to look.
I don't even want to.
They
I
canceled
don't
that
even want to.
and Black
Yeah,
Panther.
they just cancel games, man. They'd be like, nope, can't do it no more.
They
Well,
did it to Black Panther.
I don't know if they just, gaming has been in a tough space for the last couple of years, man. They just, it's all about, well, live service. Everyone's finally learning that live service is not the meta just because people don't want microtransaction games. And it's like, it not cost effective. You can't blow a bag. You can't spend a few $100 million on a game and expect to make it back with microtransactions and then like not make the game. Like you can't, like, for example, like I'll go just a gripe. It's like Diablo 4, $70 price tag. It was buggy as heck. As someone who is a developer, they should have known better for some of the design choices that they made. And it was a reason why I couldn't play the game. It's like it had graphic leaks. It's like when you load it into the game, it loaded. So me and you, us three load into the game, right? Well, when I load in, I also load in your items and every item that you've looted and saved in your inventory. And then when other people load in near you, you load in all of their items in their inventory that are in their game. So if you're around a whole bunch of people in the game just spikes because you can't play it. They eventually were like, "Oh, we'll take it out," but their reason behind it was, "Oh, we didn't want people duping materials." And it's like, well, if it was done right, if I want your item, it should first talk to the server to make sure that we can split the item. If but you can't. They did. I don't know if they did that or what. They just had a whole bunch of noobs programming.
Yeah, I bet it sounded great, but they were.
It sounded good to them on paper, and then they was like, "Yeah, everything you got,
Right.
everything I got, you can have it all." And then
it'll make trading so much easier. They eventually just turned off trading because you could dupe items anyways.
Didn't you play Diablo 4 on your
Well,
channel, or am I tripping?
yeah, I've never played.
That's what I was about to say.
Sounds like it would piss me off.
Yeah, I played and then I quit because it was. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
that's how I figured it out. I was
You was
playing. Yeah, and then I was like, why is the game lagging? And then I get on the forums. Oh, it's because this, and this, and I'm like,
yes, sir. Plug all your
Speaking
gaming.
of that, before we get to the last list, go ahead
Yep.
and plug your Twitch and anything you live stream on, whatever.
all right.
Like, where can we follow you? Where can we see it?
You can follow me on Twitch at Moika Pie. You can follow me at YouTube at Moika Pie and Instagram at Moika Pie. And I am Moika Pie on on X as well, but it's Moika Pie _. So Moika Pie everywhere.
Perfect.
And you'll probably see this handsome face right here giving you a thumbs up.
We do have a Twitch,
And
but we haven't.
One last thing. I have a Twitch myself. I'm trying. Yeah, I haven't used that. My personal one I use for wrestling. That's all I do on there is play wrestling pay-per-views and stuff. I'm gonna have to get with you to show me how to set up the best way I can
like your setup?
video like myself while I'm playing. I'm gonna need your help with that. I've seen some videos, yes, but I don't want it to be generic either. Like I want like where somebody go while I'm live streaming, like, this looks nice. Like, got me, got my logo, whatever I want, got my wrestling plan and all that. So I'm sure you know how to do all that. So
Yeah, he'll get his
Yeah, I can get you
MCP
set
to
up.
write you
I
script.
need your help. So
Yeah.
that's all
He'll
I got
get
on
you.
that.
Right, yeah, I'll get you. You can talk to my MCP. My MCP get you
Yeah,
with
Right.
your
I get
MCP.
you a
We
whole
can get this shit
AI.
done. That's how we do business in the future.
No, for real. Or you might just have the wristwatches and touch,
Y'all ain't even
something,
talking. Y'all just
wherever your
thinking.
chips at, just touch chips and they
That's
talking now. Like, I don't know.
Hey,
okay.
that's the
So what y'all
Neuralink.
want? Top five
Right.
'90s
Right.
cartoons. Yo,
Yep.
Yeah,
right,
we can.
right.
You can go last on this, Warren. You the main event for us. I'll
All
kick us
right.
off.
Let's go.
So I ain't got no honorable mentions. It's a straight top five. Let's get into it. Number 5 dropped in 1998. Powerpuff Girls.
Okay.
That had me hooked. It was like,
That's where I learned
man, what is
gender
this cartoon
equality
about
at a
these
young
girls? But
age.
it dropped, and I was like, okay, I'm messing with it.
Representation. Hey, that's the. Tell me that's not the
Then
hardest episode though. Come on
they
now,
had to
Rowdy
drop the
Rough
Rowdy
Boys
Rough
come in.
Boys,
I
like
was
just
like,
to
yeah,
try
Yeah, yeah.
to.
yeah.
They had
Then they
to.
came back at the end. Like,
All right, finally we
Yes,
got something
sir.
going.
Yes,
can't win 'em.
sir.
Right. Number 4 dropped in 97. Pokemon. I used to watch it every day before school, well into the 2000s as well. But started in the 90s. Like, I love that. Number 3, Dexter's Lab, dropped in 96. That was my shit.
I
I
think he
just
had
thought it was
AI in his
cool. This
lab back
little
then.
young
I ain't
dude
gonna
has
lie.
his
Did you see?
lab,
I
and
was
he's a
about to
genius
say.
and
I
all that.
thank you.
So
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
multiple
sir.
MCPs on that bitch. He was getting
crazy.
busy.
Yes,
He
crazy.
was getting busy. There's no way he was
Stuff
that
we watching
efficient.
didn't
There's
even know
no
what we
way
were
he was that
watching.
efficient, bro.
You know what I mean?
He
No,
was,
I'm talking about
man.
without AI. Without AI, he had to have it. He had to.
No,
Yeah, he
didn't he have?
was.
Didn't it talk to him? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it. He probably would have been. He probably would have been. It would take everything way longer for him, but he was able to be like calculations.
That'd be
I
hard.
mean, that's what AI does. You could be like Dexter's Laboratory, though, for real.
crazy. Number 2 also dropped in 97. 97 was a good year. South Park. That was when it first came out. I used to have to sneak a little bit because I didn't want my dad to see me watching it because of obvious reasons. But eventually, he found out I watched it. He didn't really care, so I was like, "Well, cool." So
Hey,
it is what it is. And number 1, my guy, Hey Arnold, dropped in 96. I always love Hey Arnold. Like,
Shout out
it was
Gerald. I was about to say.
football
You,
head,
hey,
yes, sir.
Rashad had a hot top in high school
Gerald. It
too.
was
Speaking
like
of
right.
Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald was that dude.
I did. I did for about 2 years. Like, I got it from my high school prom, and I had it for like the next year or two. Like, I just kept the same. I just kept getting it redone. So it was that was cool. But Hey Arnold, it has, like I said before, it has life lessons in
Very
it.
diverse
You know what I
too.
mean? In
New
this
York, you know
little
what I'm saying?
cartoon, like it's
Building was
dope to me.
cracking.
So yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
I always
you,
remember
bro.
Stoop Kid won't
Stoop
leave his stoop.
Kid. Thank you, bro. Stoop Kid would leave a stoop. Helga Pataki was a
we would just
psycho.
talk about that.
Do you remember that one where they went to the island in like a cave? They were trying to
Yes.
find some like treasure. It was like a long episode, bro. And they like took a boat ride to this island. And it was like this old tale of this dude who lived in like his cave and guarded this treasure. And I don't know what happened, but it was on some New York shit where it was like some old sailor or something that was like drunken up in this little like I don't even know what happened, bro. That's what I remember the most about Hey Arnold, though. Just had to get my shit off. Great show. Great show. All
Good
right.
show.
Number
It was a
5 for
great
me, no
show.
honorable mentions. I'm with you. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, I got a dog right here. Courage the
Yeah.
Cowardly Dog.
If I
Tell me
had
some
an
of the
honorable
villains on
mention,
there
he'd be
weren't
on
freaky
it. I
looking
mean,
as
he's like
hell.
right
Yeah.
outside the top
Do you
5 to
remember that
me.
one? Do you remember that one? Do you remember that one 3D dude? Okay, so it was
Mhm.
the
I have
tablet one where
nightmares.
it's like they sent
The
like these
tablet,
plagues on them,
the
and it was like
tablet.
this 3D CGI looking dude with the flowy hair, and he was like
Fly.
disgusting. Hate when I
Yes,
saw that. I remember I was watching that at night,
yes,
like you know what I'm saying, like. When I saw he came on, I was like, the CGI didn't even match
Yeah.
he was
Courage.
Yeah.
actually scared. Give him Houston.
Hey,
Houston, give that
I ain't
nigga
gonna lie.
his
As a kid,
slap
I used to
back.
think his
Like
name
that's
was
what I was
useless
thinking.
because
Like give him his shit back,
that's why I
bro, so
thought he
he can
sat
go
over there.
away.
Thank you. So shout out Courage, man. He was a dog for
Might
real
as well,
Useless
though.
Ben.
today. I
No pun
know.
intended. He was a dog. Number 4, I'm a TAWG
He
for all the
was.
dogs.
Right. No, he was. A DA.
Shit, that's funny. All right,
Yeah.
number 4, Dexter's Laboratory. He was getting busy in there, straight busy. So shout out to Dex. Shout out to DD for pushing him to his limits. Number 3, I'm with you, Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. You feel me? Yeah, and not only that, the Pokemon movie was fire. Like the Civil War between the good and the bad, that shit was fire. That was lit. I remember that shit. Number 2,
That was
Rocket
lit.
Power. All right, you already know, action sports kid. Yeah, you already know. Shout out
Okay.
Tito. Shout out the squad. You feel me?
I already knew you was gonna put that on there. I
Just
knew it
that's
was
the
gonna
life I
be on
wanted to live.
there.
Like throw me off the California coast, eating, drinking this little shack, and I go out here and just get to rip it all day. That's life.
And Uncle Tito was ripping
Hell
a
yeah, it was
bone. Like you
smoking.
can't tell me you
What
can't
is
Yeah.
it,
doing
bro?
smoking.
Right. Thank you.
He was
What is
ripped.
a
Him and the dad
Maui
too.
Wowie? There you go. That's some Hawaiian weed. That's what they was on. And then number 1,
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Right in our face.
Scooby Doo. I'm a Scooby Doo head. I grew up on Scooby Doo, so I like shit. I can
Okay.
Mm.
remember
Okay.
specific Halloween specials and shit like that. Nigga. I was really on it. Pup name.
You want to know the only reason I didn't put it on there? I got super
Mm-hmm.
technical
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because they stopped making the originals in like the 70s
Technically,
and then they didn't come back to the early 2000s. So I was like, technically, it
I
wasn't,
think a
there
pup
wasn't
named
one
Scooby
made
Doo
in the 90s, but we all watched it in the 90s. Like, you know what I mean?
as right, right, right.
Yes, there was like maybe one. There was like maybe one, but I don't think I even watched that specific one.
Yeah.
But
They had a few
All right,
spinoffs for sure.
that was mine.
it's a
Now to the
90s
main
cartoon.
event.
All right. All right. I'm here. I'm here. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today?
Oh,
All right. For me, my number
I was wondering
5, I
what
would
of like
say
the
X-Men
superhero
95.
genre was gonna get filtered.
I really like that one. Well, I like X-Men. They were my
Mm.
favorite there. I would say I put number
All
4,
right.
Rocket Power. I was gonna do Spider-Man animated series, and I was like, nah, Rocket Power. Rocket Power. Hey, yes, sir! Yeah,
That's what I was trying to do earlier,
we
Warren.
lit.
It
We
doesn't
hyping
do
here.
See, that's what we was trying to do earlier with the thumbs up. But it was different. What was
it's
that? What'd you
not doing
do?
it though. It's like
He
when
rocked
Spider
on.
Man first did the web blast, like
He channeled all his
I don't
energy.
know how I'm doing this. Keep going.
Right.
Hey,
It's crazy.
Right.
it'll happen again. It'll happen again when we least expect it.
Right.
For me, number 3, I did Dexter's Lab, and then the AI Dee Dee, and then didn't they also have they had like the Avengers in there? That's what I remember. They had like the oh
Dang, Mark. It happens every now and then. Like for some reason, his will drop out, or if we start getting too long. But usually don't happen till about 3 hours. Not we about 2 hours and 15 minutes in.
all right. I'll
He'll
keep going or wait.
we'll wait about 2 minutes. He usually pops back up. If not, we'll finish it out.
All right.
Well, while we're waiting, real quick, I feel like there was something else that I wanted to ask you earlier. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Between your answers, you answered everything. And he's back. He's
Welcome back.
Bro, Rashad, did you tell him this happens at the end of every episode?
back.
This
But I
is
said it
literally it's
usually
a rite of passage, bro. Like I
right.
swear.
It has to happen. You were on number 2, I believe.
Keep going.
For number 2, my number 2 is King of the Hill.
We were so close to making my top 5, Warren. It was so B Fines is gonna
He
be so mad at
finds.
us,
Yep.
and he's gonna love Warren. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna do Warren on my show now. I
Right.
swear.
Are y'all watching the reboot?
Hell
I
yeah.
haven't.
Even
Yeah.
though
I haven't yet.
even though your boy got knocked off, I don't feel good about that.
Yeah, I feel bad about that too. Yeah.
I don't feel good about that at all, bro.
I was like, damn.
Something don't sit right with me about that scenario. But outside of that, I'm all in on King of the Hill.
Yeah. I was sad it happened too, and I was like, man. Yeah.
Wait. Didn't he die in real life?
Yeah, they killed him. Some guy just killed him. Well,
Okay.
he killed him for
you
reasons, but no,
It
not.
wasn't,
It wasn't
See,
good reason.
ambiguous and arbitrary.
I keep
Yeah.
getting it mixed up with the Simpsons, how they killed off Marge on the actual show.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yes, bro.
They killed Marge for real?
On
I
the
can't
actual
stomach to even
show.
pull it up and watch it because it don't
I
even make
still ain't
sense to me.
seen it myself, but
That's like an AI scenario. That's an AI scenario. How do I
Yeah.
kill the Simpsons because it's been on so long? Kill
Yeah.
Marge. She's the mom of the family, duh.
like,
Yeah. That's the end of the series.
that's
Well, I guess for my number 1 to wrap it all up, Ed, Edd n Eddy. That was
okay.
I was so close also to not.
Yep.
I just went nostalgic as a kid,
Mhm.
but I probably watched more Ed, Edd and Eddy than I
And
did
some of
some
the
of
other
those on the
stuff.
list. That's what I'm like.
Ed, Edd n
Listen,
Eddy was my number 1 watch. That's why I like they are always scheming, always looking for some money. Hey, yes, sir. I said, yes,
The
sir.
three cats always scheming, always looking for some money.
Yeah.
You feel me?
or
Little
Jawbreaker.
jawbreaker. I was about to say a little jawbreaker.
And they had the Riz. Everybody wanted to hate on them, and they got
They did have the Riz though. Jimmy Plank.
They had
What's
the
my
neighborhood
sisters?
jumping.
The
They
sisters
had the
wanted
neighborhood
the
jumping.
too.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
They wanted
Yep.
them bad, dog. For real. They wanted them.
They wanted
See-
Naz. What is her name? Oh, what was her name? What was that blonde hair girl? They wanted her. Ed wanted her with the trailer
Yeah.
park girls.
Yeah.
Ed wanted her, didn't he? He wanted her
Yeah.
bad, dog. He didn't want
He was mad as hell at Kevin. He was always like, man, forget him.
See, I had a stretch with every single show all of us named. Like, you know what I mean? I had periods where I watched all of those. So like any one of them could be on the top 5. I just had to split hairs, to make it like straight up.
I think I'm gonna go back and watch Ed and Eddie now because like I'm trying to figure out why I even love the show so much. It was just hidden on so many.
It's kind of relatable. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what makes it. But it was like
it's-
abstractly relatable. It was like
Right.
abstract, like I don't want to say Hey Arnold, but you know what I'm saying? Like everyday scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like neighborhood scenarios.
Yeah. Like, it reminded me a lot growing up, like going outside in the summertime, like hanging out with all the kids on the block. You're just like walking around, like causing trouble. Like So there's always that one kid who's like, they are like Ed, Ed and Eddie. They're always trying to make some sort of money. They're like, hey, let me mow your lawn or cut your grass or do something so they can go buy something.
Sell some candy,
Yeah, the candy kid walking around
fix
with
your
the
car.
box.
Yeah,
That's where Hey Arnold and Ed, Ed and Eddie meet. It's like, yes,
one's
they
at
do it
school.
differently, but it's abstractly relatable. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like we could all see ourselves doing something on one of them. Like,
And they was damn near always in school with Hey Arnold, and they was damn near always out of school.
Yeah,
Ed and Eddie, yep.
But they was all neighborhood based. One
yeah.
was more
Yep.
suburban, and then one was more inner city.
And I think I like Ed, Ed and Eddie a little bit more because I grew up. That's the kind of neighborhood I grew up. It was inner city. Like I remember my summers, we'd go to my bud's house. He'd be on a cul-de-sac. We'd just ride our bikes around, all that. So, but I like Hey Arnold too. But I really like. I think they had the movie. I really like that.
Man, Hey Arnold movie hidden. That's hidden. Go watch that.
Yeah, that was real good. Because like I like the show, but that movie was different, man. That movie was different, especially being
Right.
kids. All the let's be for real. All the Nickelodeon movies were on something. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember as I almost put Rugrats on here too, because
Me
it's
too.
like, because that what was it?
The
Rugrats
Ru-
and Wild Thornberries. I should have put
Me
that
Yep.
on
too.
there. But
Wild Thorn.
The Rugrats and Wild Thornberries movie was a game changer.
Fire.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember like the home movie presentations, like how hyped you was, like if it came out on a Friday night, you're like, nah, nigga,
Yeah,
the Wild Thornberries movie dropping tonight, nigga.
yeah.
You better go get you some pop. You better tell your mama go get you
Right.
some popcorn, nigga.
That was the move, like straight up.
My gosh, like Disney movies they was cool too and shit. But
They
that
didn't
was
even need Disney Plus back then. It was just on the channel.
bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. You get home Friday night. If you couldn't make it to Blockbuster, if you couldn't make it to home video, guess what
They
you could
got
always
you.
count on? A hit. A
Yep.
hit. A hit. If you want to watch two twins try to get a try to get one scholarship hooping, sure. If you want to watch a girl race a dirt bike, sure. If you want to
They got
watch
you.
some girl drag racing, if you want High School Musical, what else?
A
Us,
merman.
Yeah. Did y'all ever watch Johnny Tsunami?
Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah.
Talk about Riz, bro.
He
Oh
had
man,
them
he had
mad.
he had drip. He had drip. He's Tsunami, so he had drip. But for you kids who know what Riz is, go watch Johnny
Uh huh.
Tsunami.
I think one of the last movies that like I had that feeling about was Eddie's $1 Million Cook Off.
Really?
That was a good one.
That was like one of the last, like where I got that kid just Friday night Disney movie feeling. I think about after that, I started watching ESPN, and you know what I mean, like it
Yeah.
moved to other stuff.
You started watching Chappelle Show. Chappelle
Right?
Show.
No shit. We was yeah, about middle school.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is. Somehow he getting watch. She ain't gonna do shit for me. Look, Patty.
Yeah, I heard him more upright.
It's like your
And there
energy's
we
off.
go again. He got it. Hey, the Oddcast.
Right.
That's it.
That's funny.
It's funny as hell. All right, Warren. I'm trying to think.
Got your shout outs off. Where we could find you. Yep, that's it for me.
Yeah. You got anything? What you want to say? Something you want to say to the people?
Well, I was going to say thank you all for having me here on the podcast. And if I was going to say anything to the people, I was going to say, don't stop learning, especially now we're in the age of AI. Anything anything is possible. Where there is a will, there's a way. So that's all I was going to say.
You heard it here first. From Warren G. Smooth Sounds of
And like
Boycott Pie.
he said earlier, go learn some AI, nigga.
Right.
Go learn
Right.
some AI.
What's that song called? what's that song about Jesus? Get Jesus in your life, fuck nigga.
Praise God, fuck nigga. Something, yeah. So it's
Praise AI, fuck nigga. Praise AI, fuck nigga.
Yeah.
That's what I want y'all to do. That's what I want y'all to do. And then lastly, I was gonna say I forgot to say this earlier. I know dope dealers are the biggest in the hood, but in 5 to 10 years, it's got to be a dope dealer with using AI. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Don't quote me, but that would also be a good movie scenario. I would love to see that. How does that look in the future? What is that? The Wire? No. The Wire. But AI. I want to update it.
That'd actually be pretty scary if you have a AI and you're, building profiles around people for their product to
That's
be
what I'm
able to.
saying. Like stuff like that. Like I feel like the system would go crazy. The index will go. The hood index will go crazy. That's scary. That's actually scary. So, all right, we'll leave on that note.
All right.
Appreciate you. Well, hey, you got to jump on again though. We definitely have to get more of the
yeah.
occult, the alien,
But
all
we'll
that
lean
stuff.
more towards that way the next time.
I'll come up with some, or think of some ideas to talk about too.
Lastly, somebody said something about some 7 mile spaceship in another galaxy. It's a rock or something. They think it might be a spaceship. All this stuff. How would you use AI if the aliens came? AI
That
versus Predator.
well, the
AI
only way.
versus alien. I guess.
Right.
Well, I think the best way probably to use AI against any like alien or anything like that. The only thing I could probably see readily would be simulations or scenarios on like anything that they're, I guess, try to come up with new ways to like handle whatever they're doing, or try to analyze any data that we're able to collect from them, so that way we could, if they're attacking us, there's probably going to be large data sets that we're going to have to like either decipher, break down weapons, anything like that. If we can capture it, so we can create countermeasures. But that's the only thing I can think of. Try to use it to figure out how not to die. I don't know.
That's what I say. He said when I heard he said we are our us and our computers are cooked.
Tell them we come in peace in the best way that you
AI.
can. Make a prompt.
It'd
That
be
Right.
nigga
that.
old.
So it'd be that, or yeah. The only thing I can think of is it'd have to be doing. We'd have to have it do a lot of math, so we can either stop them from getting here, we can figure it out, or use it to help us build new tools to, stop it. Yeah,
Yeah, we got some work to do.
a lot of work.
Yeah, we got some work to do. All right, y'all. Till next time. It's been real.
Till next time. Yep.
All right, till next time.
Peace out.